Mr. Speaker, the people of Alberta don't like this government's attempt to cut them out of the process of determining whether the multi-billion-dollar high-voltage transmission lines that it's about to foist upon us and make us pay for are needed. The government is already letting ATCO and AltaLink move ahead with the planning of the lines between Edmonton and Calgary before Bill 50 has even been debated in this House. And then, when the PC Association was setting up its conference the weekend before last, it took sponsorship money from AltaLink to the Premier. This bill is so obviously contentious. It so obviously matters to Albertans. Doesn't he see that this looks as though AltaLink gets access to government in exchange for cash?
The Honourable Premier.
Mr. Speaker, the legislation will be before the House, I believe, tomorrow for second reading, and there will be opportunity for active debate. But as I said before, there's a critical need of new transmission infrastructure in the province of Alberta. We will not be able to achieve all of our economic goals if we don't have new infrastructure in place, and that's the purpose of the bill.
The Honourable Member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and that's why they call it question period, not answer period. Given that AltaLink has already been picked by the government to build one of the lines at the heart of the controversy over Bill 50, given that the line in question will cost $1.5 billion or more, and given that the electricity users of Alberta are going to get stuck with the bill for that, how can this Premier assure Albertans that his government's transmission policy isn't being impacted by these corporate sponsorship donations?
The Honourable Premier.
Mr. Speaker, over 30 public meetings were held across the province. Hundreds of people that came forward to deliver evidence based on the need of new transmission. We are working on that. We want to, of course, do everything possible to tie all of the green energy sources that we have available to us, ensure that we are competitive in terms of our electricity rates, and moving badly needed electricity from one end of the province to another, and that is critical to Alberta's economic goals.
The Honourable Member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, earlier this session I asked the Premier which lobbyists he and the other members of Cabinet were meeting with behind closed doors on Bill 50. Still waiting for that information. The people of Alberta, this House, are still waiting for that information. Albertans who are going to be paying for these lines for the next 40 years have a right to know what the companies that will profit from them are saying to Cabinet. To the Premier, when can Albertans expect to find out who's been trying to influence this government on Bill 50, or are you just waiting until after the debate is all over?
Yep. The Honourable.
Mr. Speaker, I'm glad that the opposition supported this government's position on legislation that was passed in this House, and of course that's the lobbyist registry, and that provides the transparency and openness that this government is all about, and you can go to the registry and get that information anytime.